Welcome back to the Tree of Life Crochet Along. This is part 62 of the Crochet Along, and it's going to be rows 22, 23, and 24. And what they are is just repetitions of rows 10, 11, and 12 of the flowers graph. And we've already anchored down our right and left loops, and this one is still freestanding for now. On this row, we're going to be working on the back of the Afghan, and we're just going to be putting a single crochet into each and every row, each and every stitch. Okay. Oh, let me show you the written. Okay, part 62. And I just copied down the instructions from rows 10, 11, and 12, and that's what these mistakes were. But it's row 22, 23, and 24. Alrighty, let's get started. Okay, row 22 is just single crochet in each single crochet across. Simple enough. Okay, I already have my first one. We're just going to put a single crochet in every stitch across all the way down the row. Okay, and we already put one over this chain one space, so we don't have to go into that space. There's a single crochet right above it that we can go into, and when you're done there should be 144 single crochets at the end of this row. I'm not counting. I'm just going to be careful not to skip any. Okay, and I will see you at the end of this row. Okay, so I am to the end of my row number 22. I've put a single crochet into every stitch all the way to the end, and now I'm going to chain one and turn and put a single crochet into that very first stitch. Okay, and now I'm ready for my next row. I'm going to turn my work back to the front. Okay, and let's look at our next set of directions. We're going to be anchoring the middle loop in this row. Okay, so we start off with 9 single crochets, and we already have our first one. Okay, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single crochets, and now we're going to anchor the middle loop into the next stitch with 6 double crochets. Okay, so make sure your middle loop is not twisted. Make sure it goes straight up, and we're going to position it over this next single crochet, and we're going to anchor it down with 6 double crochets into that same stitch. Okay, so position it over that next stitch and yarn over. Okay, make sure you can see that next stitch through the loop. Insert your hook and make a double crochet, and there it is, anchored down. Okay, and let's put 5 more double crochets into that same stitch. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets. Okay, and we can move this around and adjust it any way we want. And now the directions say repeat 1 and 2 till the end, and 1 is 9 single crochets, and then 2 is the 6 double crochets again. So that's all this row is 9 single crochets and then 6 double crochets. Okay, so let's do 9 more single crochets, and go ahead and stretch your work over this way to reveal that first single crochet so you don't skip it. Okay, and we need 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10 is going to line up with that chain 1 space hole right there, and that's where we're going to anchor the middle loop with 6 double crochets. Okay, so position your middle loop over that next single crochet and make sure you can see it through the loop, right through the hole, right there. Yarn over, insert your hook, and we're going to make 6 double crochets into that same stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 double crochets. And now again we're going to stretch our work over this way to reveal that first single crochet, and we're going to make 9 single crochets. Okay, so between each flower we're going to put in 9 single crochets. I'm going to do it one more time with you, and then I'll let you finish it yourself, and I'll meet you at the end. I just put in my first single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and in the next stitch we're going to anchor the middle loop with 6 double crochets. So yarn over, position that loop over that next stitch, insert your hook, and we're going to make 6 double crochets into that same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets, and then we're going to put in our 9 single crochets and just keep doing that all the way down. 9 single crochets, 6 double crochets, and I will see you at the end of this row. Alrighty, I am down to the last flower here. I'm just going to anchor it down, anchor the middle loop down with 6 single crochets, 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and now we should have 4 more spaces left. Let's put in 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we are done with this row. We've anchored on our middle loop. We made a flower head. We're going to chain 1, turn, and let's put a single crochet into that very first single crochet, so we know exactly where we are. And now we are ready for the next row. Alrighty, I turned my work, so we're going to be working on the back of the Afghan for row number 24. We're going to start off with 4 single crochets, then we're going to do the chain 1 and skip the 6 double crochets and go to the other side of the flower and make 9 single crochets. Chain 1, 9 single crochets, chain 1, 9 single crochets, all the way to the end. And we're going to be bunching up this flower head and making it pop out to the front a little bit like that, and that makes it so cute. Okay, so first we are going to make 4 single crochets. We already have our first one. 2, 3, and 4, and after this is where the repeat starts. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, hop on over to the other side of the flower and pick up that first single crochet. We're going to make 9 single crochets, and that makes that little flower pop out on the front side like that. And so we need 9 single crochets between each flower, and we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single crochets, chain 1, hop over to the other side of the flower and go into that very first single crochet. We're going to make 9 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, chain 1, and then 9 more single crochets. Okay, and just keep doing that all the way down. 9 single crochets, chain 1, 9 single crochets, and I will see you at the end of this row. Alrighty, here I am towards the end of the row. I'm at the last flower. Okay, and I need to chain 1 and hop on over to the other side of the flower, stretch it out so you can see that first single crochet. It's really easy to miss otherwise. And we should end with 9 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single crochets, and we are done with this row. We're going to chain 1, turn, put a single crochet into the first stitch, and we are ready for row number 25. I will see you in the next video.